days after allegations surfaced that Kentucky lawmaker Dan Johnson had molested a member of his church when she was 17, he was found dead, an official says. Bullitt County Coroner Dave Billings said the Republican state representative and self-proclaimed pope of his Louisville church most likely killed himself Wednesday. His body was found near a bridge on Greenwell Ford Road in Mt. Washington, in a spot called the River Bottoms. He had a single gunshot wound to his head. Billings plans to release more details Thursday after an autopsy is done. Wednesday afternoon, Johnson, 57, again denied the allegations against him in a now-deleted Facebook post, adding that I cannot handle it any longer. But heaven is my home. State leaders from both parties had been calling for Johnson's immediate resignation after the Kentucky Center for Investigative Reporting, Kentucky CIR, published an expose Monday detailing allegations of how Johnson woke his daughter's friend during a sleepover in 2013 and forced himself on her, slipping his hands up her shirt and bra and putting his fingers in her vagina. "What you did was beyond mean, it was evil," the victim said she wrote in a Facebook message to him shortly after the incident, according to Kentucky CIR. Johnson on Tuesday denied the accusations. "This allegation concerning this lady, this young girl, absolutely has no merit, these are unfounded accusations, totally," he said, according to the Courier-Journal. The victim, now 21, told Kentucky CIR that for years she had considered Johnson to be a second dad. She became close with his daughter, Sarah, and familiar with the boozy weekend parties Johnson would throw at the Pope's house, the fellowship hall next to the Heart of Fire Church. Those parties, Kentucky CIR reported, featured scantily clad women, body shots, and costumes. In the first hours of 2013, as a New Year's Eve party came to an end, the victim, then 17, was spending the night with Johnson's daughter in the apartment under the fellowship hall, according to the report. The Post does not identify victims of sexual assault without their consent. Johnson entered, drunk and stumbling, so the victim helped him navigate the stairs. She thought he was putting his arm around her for balance. Until his hand allegedly slipped up her shirt, Kentucky CIR reported. The victim then woke up later that night on the sofa. She found Johnson kneeling above her. She told Kentucky CIR that he kissed her forehead and then slipped his hands up her shirt and bra. The report said he groped her, stuck his tongue in her mouth and put his fingers in her vagina. She begged him to stop and tried to force the man, who weighed twice as much as she did, off her without waking Johnson's daughter, Kentucky CIR reported. He told her she'd like it. She said no, she didn't. She pleaded with him, go away, Kentucky CIR reported. He eventually did. Trump accusers renew sexual misconduct charges against him, say it was heartbreaking to see him elected. The Kentucky CIR report highlights how Johnson, known in his church community as Danny Ray Johnson, painted a picture of himself over the years as a pro-gun, pro-life patriot, which helped propel him into the Kentucky legislature in 2016, when he won the House's 49th district seat. But the 7-month investigation, comprised of more than 100 interviews and thousands of pages of public records, alleges the Republican's persona is orchestrated to mask a series of concerning incidents including sexual abuse, arson, and false testimony.